think it's becoming difficult to call it on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
But yesterday's trade as well, you would argue that the momentum looked good because the broader market was doing extremely well, right? I mean, you might argue that IT pulled the index down, the Nifty was lower. Look at the small caps, excellent performance out there. So one, that the small cap performance was looking solid in trade yesterday, small cap 250 in particular, and which is why the market breadth looked decent. So that is one thing to note as well. In fact, the CPI data across, thank you for that chart. The CPI data across the world and in India in particular would probably ensure that people will believe that the Indian rate cut trajectory would continue even if the US CPI in the months ahead was to be higher. So that is one thing to keep in mind, and which is why I think banks and NBFCs would be pockets to watch out for in the session today. And like just the point that independent of what happened to the index today, it was maybe a day of consolidation. The kind of buying that we saw in some of the stocks, even if the percentage gains weren't necessarily the best, was actually very, very strong. Look at the data, for example. I've only chosen the Nifty 500. I'm not, ignore the percentage gains, but look at the percentages marked for delivery, and these are fairly liquid, well-traded names. Hyundai, 75%. ICICI GI, 73%. Mankind Pharma, 72%, Westlife, 70%, extremely strong delivery markers for a lot of these stocks. And you saw that happening. I mean, day before yesterday, the markets went up substantially. We didn't have that great delivery. Yesterday, the delivery percentages were very good, which is actually pretty, pretty heartening. So, yep, I think that is something that people keep an eye out for. Individual levels here and there, any remains to be seen. But the momentum is not too bad for now.